Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AVTV, one of the greatest TV in Central Africa in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We are broadcasting from Kinshasa, the capital city of DRC, and you people are welcome again to our edition of today. Today, we are talking about the implication of the youth in the economical development of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Because we believe that our young people that compose the future generation of the country has a major role to play in DRC. And we believe that many of them have already understand the impact of the first generation that is moving so that they should come in to impact the country. We can see how the youth people in DRC are organizing themselves in different places of the country. Today, many of them are even sacrificing themselves in the eastern part of the country against the enemy. We can see many of them in Kinshasa are trying to see how the country can put them aside so that they should fix themselves in the progress of the country. Let's take one of the examples in this country. We are talking about the national service that is moving with all the young people that was called in the past Kuluna. But today, they have brought them into different kind of training, and we can see how productive they are. So in the national service, they are bringing a result, and the result is so amazing that people are totally surprised. Many of them are now constructors. Many of them are building houses. They are making agriculture, and they are trying to bring production that is also helping the country to ensure enough food in the nation. And many of those young people before, we see them like criminals, like Kulunas in Kinshasa, but there was somebody who decided to carry all of them and to put them together, to take the best of them, and today they are productive. They are bringing results in the country. That is the reason why we believe that our country, especially the Democratic Republic of Congo, is ready to move ahead because 70% of the country are youth. They are young people, and they are ready to impact their implication in the economical development of this nation. But what must we do? First of all, the government of the country, through the Ministry of Youth, must do the best to try to make some policy that will fix attention of the youth to understand that this is their country, that everything the country wants to do must belong to them. And the future generation tomorrow, it will be in their leadership. So they have to implicate themselves in a way to leave legacy tomorrow. Different sectors are implement. We can see the new technology that going up with start time, laptop, all the things, phones, and in the mining sector, we can see that through the new process, many of the young people are implicated to create some companies, to create some structure that will help them to try to build their finance instead to integrate the social classes. Another way we can see in different other sectors like agriculture. Agricultural sector, we have many young people in the country that are trying to do their best because this country, what many people does not know, have 80 million of enough land to boost agriculture for the best of the nation. We can see many sectors because the young have understood, the youth people in the country have understood that they will not only remain in one sector, especially the mining sector and agricultural sector, but they are also moving ahead with rural development by trying to see how they can affect different communities in their own intelligence and wisdom. So today, we can see the impact of the young generation, the youth people, in the development of different countries, especially in DRC that we are talking about. And again, we are also seeing the process moving positively in the continent. That makes Africa today to be one of the promised land in the entire world that will definitely mark positively the history of the world. Now, the question is this: how can we put all our effort, especially the different governments of the continent, to take care of this young generation, these youth people that feel and show their interest to the development and economical moving of the country? Because today we can talk about the meltdown, economical meltdown, that many countries are fighting to solve the different kind of cases. After the COVID-19, we can see also the world was impacted economically negatively. But we are trying to move out and coming out from this system. We can see great nations in the world like China, India, that took possession of their country, their land, their population who are young to promote development. In Africa, we have another country like Nigeria who goes about 200 million people, and they make the young people as one of the best aspects to promote development. We also in DRC, we are moving in the same way. But what is important is for us to know that we must take the best from the government administration to give some kind of guideline to the young generation so that they should be able to implement all they have of strategy and economical issues to boost the economical generation and the economical sector in this country. We have different kind of sectors that must go forward, that must move, because this country is playing a major role in the energetical transition. The energetical transition is what we have as the basic in the future generation, because soon the world entirely will be driving all these electrical cars, that this country will play a major role to produce them so that we should have enough for the world. But what must we do? We must specially put a guideline from the administrative government to all the young generation to try to see what is their different aspect of resources or different aspect of expectation they want to work on it. We have different, as well, we mentioned them: mining sector, agriculture, we have technology, we have administration. All these things must move together to bring what we need today in the country: economical development in the different kind of sector. But nothing can move without security, without bringing peace and stability in the nation. This is something that is also making some divert to the vision of the young generation in DRC. That's why we are asking the country authority to try and put in place and implement some law that will support the young generation from the National Assembly, and those laws will make the country to have result in all their expectations in the sector they are working on. Today, we can see gradually the result of the many efforts made by the young people in Africa and in DRC as well, in different kind of development and technology. They are moving forward by trying to bring those kind of intelligence that will lead them to be the best in the continent, and why not make business good for all, so that all our country, with all the different countries in the international community, we share the benefit of it. That is the reason why today, by talking about the young people in DRC, we want to say it is important for us, it is important for the government to invest in the young generation. Like our Commander-in-Chief of National Service, General Kasongo Kabwik, who have demonstrated from the youth who were thought to be criminal or kuluna, but today they are building the country in different sectors. This is what we need, and this is what we are sustaining and we are supporting, so that to see this country moving forward. Thanks a lot for everybody that believe in this young African generation. And also, we are not limiting our effort to the continent only, but we are also calling our partner, especially the countries in the international community, different of them: USA, France, China, Russia, all of them, India, that can also move together with us for us to have the right result we need in the country. But by all things, education is the sector. And we have to make and emphasize on education of the young generation. We have to make it to improve to the next level so that the dimension of education will always bring rising of the giant in our youth generation so that the country should get the best of it. Again, we say thanks to the government administration who are trying to bring some policy in concern of the young generation to make them to be moving together to build different kind of company in different sector, in private sector, that we boost the nation, that we boost this country economically, and that we create clearly this generation of people we need in the country. That is the lowest class that can be able to bring results and to promote also the life in the people. So this is what we are about to address today. And we believe gradually, after moving from the first point to the next one. Now the question is this: what must we do, we as family that also have children, that also have young people that believes in them and they want to implement themselves for to generate the best outcome of the result in the country, so that they should be among people that will leave legacy in the nation. We have to also bring our own participation by supporting the young generation to let them know that we are all behind them. We are all supporting them. We are all asking them to be sure of them and believe in them, because they are not failure, but they are winners. And we know, gradually moving to the country forward, they will also get their portion in the history of the country. Again, Africa will move forward with a young generation that compose between 60 and 70% of the population. That is the reason why we believe in them, and we think this is a time for us to put all our effort to the young generation, to give them enough what it takes so that they should implement the new style of bringing or developing economical sector in different area in the country. Thank you very much for this part that we have got today to build together our registration. So we believe you got something today, and we believe you are scotched into this media for more coming in the near future. Thank you. Goodbye. This is Evi TV, the great TV in Central Africa, broadcasting from Kinshasa, the capital city of DRC.